The pelvic tilt is a great exercise really for proprioception. Yes, you can get some strength in here too, but it's really how can I control the pelvis so that when I'm going down into a squat or into a hinge or I'm in a plank position and I'm not aligned the way that my body is supposed to for great form, or that just feels uncomfortable, you can kind of shift in and out of those positions. This goes also for more like biking and walking and running, things like that. So that quality of movement is better. So to start, you can do this in many different positions. We're gonna show that in quadruped or all fours first. So hands are underneath that shoulder blade or underneath the shoulder joint, and you're gonna press away through the shoulder blades. And then your knees are gonna be right underneath your hips. From there, you're gonna go into a posterior pelvic tilt. So this is a little bit different than cat-cow only because with cat-cow, you're moving your whole spine. And here we're just moving our pelvis. So you're gonna pelvic tilt. This is tucking the pelvis or a posterior pelvic tilt, and then an anterior pelvic tilt is untucking. So belly button kind of goes towards the floor. So practicing that movement, thinking about starting with the tailbone versus starting with your rib cage. So rib cage stays nice and solid. If you want to put your hand there, you can feel that as you go in and out of that pelvic tilt. If you get it down in all fours, or if it feels really hard for all fours, you can upgrade that or downgrade that, for lack of a better term. So if you are finding that that's really difficult, you can try it on your back. Some people do better with one or the other. So putting your hands on your pelvis here, you can go into a posterior pelvic tilt, thinking about almost smashing a grape underneath your low back, and then anterior pelvic tilt is rocking that forward or gapping underneath your low back. If that feels good, then we can take it to a kneeling position and practicing there, tucking and untucking, or in a standing position, tucking, untucking. If all of that feels good, then we want to start to move it into more dynamic position. So if you're in a squat, can you posterior pelvic tilt, anterior pelvic tilt? Same thing in a hinge. Can you posterior tilt, anterior pelvic tilt? All of those positions so that if you're in a squat, deadlift, or run, all those things, you can move your pelvis freely.